What if I told you that your body is not just remembering yesterday, nor last week, or even your childhood? What if every cell in your body carries the encoded wisdom of 10,000 generations? And right now, in this very moment, you're either honoring that wisdom or betraying it. I'm not here to give you another superficial wellness routine. I'm here to shake the foundation of everything you think you know about healing. Because the truth is, most of us are living in biological rebellion. We're at war with our own cellular intelligence, and that war is destroying us from the inside out. This is not motivational content. This is transition. This is activation. And if you're watching this, something in your soul already knows you're ready to remember what your ancestors encoded in your very DNA. So listen closely and listen intentionally. Your body speaks a language older than words, older than thought itself. It's the language of cellular resonance, the vibrational signature of life force moving through matter. And modern existence has taught you to ignore this language, to override it, to silence it with stimulants, sedatives, and synthetic everything. Every cell in your body is a living library, like literally. A literal biochemical library containing information about which plants heal which organs, which rhythms restore which systems, which frequencies unlock which dormant capabilities. Your mitochondria, those ancient powerhouses within each cell, were once independent organisms that merged with human cells billions of years ago. They remember they remember what it means to transform light into energy, toxicity into clarity, chaos into coherence. But here's what's happening. We are feeding this ancient intelligence synthetic information that it cannot decode. We're giving it processed foods. Processed foods are not just unhealthy, they are static noise in a symphony. They're corrupt data files being uploaded into a sacred operating system. Your cells don't recognize them. They can't read them. So they do what any intelligent system does with corrupted data. They quarantine it, store it as toxic waste, trigger inflammation as a distress call. And we call this disease. But disease is not the enemy. Disease is the language your cellular intelligence uses when you stop listening to whispers. It screams through symptoms because you ignored the subtle electromagnetic shifts, the intuitive pulls, the energetic nudges that said, this food is not for you, this environment is not for you, this thought pattern is poisoning you at the mitochondrial level. Your body is not broken. Your body is brilliantly, desperately trying to survive your lifestyle. So let's now talk about detoxification, but not the way everyone else talks about it. Detoxification is not a cleanse you do for 7 days twice a year. Detoxification is a state of being. It's a natural condition of a body that is being honored. And here's the truth. Your body detoxifies through electromagnetic coherence. Your cells communicate through biophoton emissions, literal light signals passing information between cells at the speed of light. When you consume living foods, foods still vibrating with frequency of sunlight and soil, you're feeding your cells coherent information. You're giving them light encoded data they can read, that they can integrate and transform into vitality. Dead foods create electromagnetic chaos. It's not just about nutrients, it's about resonance. A fresh herb from your garden carries the vibrational signature of the earth, of the sun, the rain, the cosmic radiation that touched it. That plant is a transducer of universal energy. And when you consume it, you're not just getting compounds, you're getting information, you're getting frequency, you're getting life force. This is why fasting works on levels beyond autophagy. When you fast, you stop the noise. You create silence in the cellular conversation so your body can finally hear itself think. And in that silence, your innate intelligence remembers what it's supposed to do, which is repair, regenerate, recalibrate, and resurrect. So here's a deep truth. Physical detoxification without emotional and energetic detoxification is incomplete. Your fascia, that connective tissue web holding your entire body together, that stores emotional memory. Trauma lives in your tissue. Grief crystallizes in your organs. Rage acidifies your blood. You can eat clean for decades, but if you're holding on to bitterness, resentment, unworthiness, you're generating internal toxicity at a rate faster than any herb can neutralize. True detoxification requires you to release the stories that no longer serve you. To forget, not because someone deserves it, but because your liver is exhausted from processing the cortisol of your hatred. To let go, not because it's spiritual, but because your nervous system is begging you to exit survival mode. And here's where neuroscience and ancient wisdom become one truth. Your brain is neuroplastic. This means it's literally reshaping itself based on your repeated thoughts, emotions, and experiences. Every thought you think is carving neutral pathways. Every emotion you feel is releasing a cascade of neuropeptides that your cells have receptors for. Your cells are literally addicted to the emotions you habitually feel. If you're addicted to stress, your cells have upregulated stress hormone receptors. They're waiting for their next hit of cortisol and adrenaline. This is not psychology, this is cell biology. You have created a cellular addiction to your own emotional patterns, and now your body craves the very states that are destroying it. Here is where the miracle comes in. The moment you interrupt that pattern, the moment you choose a different thought, feel a different emotion, or take a different action, you signal your genes to express differently. This is epigenetics. Your DNA is not your destiny, it is your potential. And which aspects of that potential get activated depends entirely on the signals you send through your lifestyle, through your consciousness, and your energetic state. Meditation is not relaxation. Meditation is gene expression modification. When you drop into coherent brainwave states like alpha, theta, you synchronize the electrical activity of your heart and brain. This creates like a powerful magnetic field that reorganizes cellular function. You're literally broadcasting a new frequency to every cell, commanding them to shift from survival mode to regeneration mode, from defense to growth, from disease to vitality. This is why people who meditate consistently experience spontaneous remissions, sudden healings, miraculous recoveries. They didn't just think positive thoughts, they changed their electromagnetic signature. They became a different frequency. And in that new frequency, all diseases cannot exist because the environment that sustained them is gone. Your consciousness is the most powerful detoxifying agent you possess. More powerful than any herb, any protocol, any supplements. Because consciousness restructures biology at the quantum level. So what does this all mean? How do you actually live this? First, you must understand you're not healing your body, you are remembering your body. You are excavating the innate intelligence that has been buried under decades of programming, under toxicity, under disconnection. So here's where you can start. Eat as if every meal is a sacred ritual, because it is. You're not consuming food, you're integrating light, you're integrating frequency, information from the earth. Ask yourself, is this food alive? Does it carry the resonance of sun and soil? Or is it manufactured synthetic data? Move your body not as exercise but as prayer. Your lymphatic system, which removes cellular waste, has no pump. It moves only when you move. It moves when you dance, when you stretch, breathe deeply. You are literally pumping poison out of your tissues. Movement is detoxification in motion. Speak to your body with reverence. Your cells are listening. They respond to the vibration of your words, the frequency of your self-talk. When you curse your body, criticize your appearance, or speak disease into your cells, they receive that as instruction. Command your body toward healing with the same authority you would use to command anything you created, because you are continuously creating it. You want to sleep in complete darkness. Your pineal gland produces melatonin only in darkness, and melatonin is not just a sleep hormone, it's a powerful antioxidant and DNA repair molecule. Your ancestors slept under stars, synchronized with cosmic rhythms. You sleep under artificial light, disrupting circadian biology that governs everything from immune function to hormone balance. You need to fast regularly, but also feast consciously. Fasting creates cellular autophagy, self-eating, where your body consumes damaged proteins, dysfunctional organelles, and precancerous cells. But feasting on living, plant-based foods floods your system with phytonutrients that communicate directly with your genome, telling certain genes to turn on or off. And finally, most importantly, connect to something greater than yourself. Call it source, call it cosmos, call it the unified field, whatever you name it. Your ancestors knew they were not separate from nature, they were expressions of it. Modern humans suffer from existential disconnection, and that disconnection manifests as disease. When you remember you are not in the universe but of the universe, your entire biology shifts. You are standing at a threshold. Behind you is the old way, the way of suppressing symptoms, overriding signals, betraying cellular wisdom. Ahead of you is remembrance, the activation of everything your body already knows how to do. This is not about perfection. This is about coherence. This is about aligning your daily choices with the intelligence that has kept your ancestors alive for millions of years. Your body is waiting for you to remember. Your cells are waiting for the signal. And that signal begins now, in this moment, with this breath.